Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you the second chapter, the second chapter of the day of Eden Zero. This one is Eden Zero, chapter 71. So, yeah, and you know what? Thank you, Mishima, for just cutting. First, I gotta say, yeah, thank you, Mishima, for just not teasing us any longer, not dragging it out. Just him. This chapter was just him jumping right into what exactly I wanted to fucking see, which is basically the Starshines pretty much taking on Eden's taking on Drac and Joe's crew, and I think it goes without saying that because of that, this chapter, it checked all the boxes I could have wanted and more, because, oh my god, Witch just went in, took no prisoners, and I loved every single solitary effing second of it. And the best part of this is, and the best part of this is that there's still more to come. Not necessarily on the ship, because that's all been taken care of, but just with the reveal of Dragon Joe's top fighters and whatnot, that Dragon Joe's special forces, that just opens up so many other doors for sure. One thing specific, although getting back to the fight of Witch versus Dragon Joe's crew. One thing I have to give Mashima credit for with the fight itself and Witch's fighting style is that despite Eden Zero taking place in a much more futuristic kind of setting, he still managed to work in the magic element in a rather clever way, and it's one of those where you kind of figured out from the earliest parts that at some point that Mashima would basically use ether in this way. It's just a matter of when, and yeah, it pretty much told us, yeah, this is pretty much how it's. This is pretty much when so we've been waiting up to this point for a while. It's been building up to this, that yeah, ether does have the properties in order to kind of almost replicate magic, and yeah, it figures that Witch would, and with the title pretty much even during the last chapter when I saw the whole title of Steel Sorceress, I kind of had a feeling that's what this chapter would be, but it's. Even knowing going in of what I was expecting, it still kind of blew my mind of just seeing Witch just go in, kick some asses, take names, and just it was this chapter was just everything I wanted. Now on the flip side of that, I am kind of disappointed that basically those three guys were. Those three men, those three guys that Joe had sent on board the Eden Zero were defeated so easily, and I kind of get it that it's meant to show just pretty much how powerful that pretty much the star dresses are and whatnot, but at the same time, it's one of those things where, don't get me wrong, it was epic as fuck, but I feel they kind of got. I feel Dragon Joe's men kind of got a little shafted and didn't get a proper time in order to actually fight. But the fact that they're being taken prisoner might mean that they'll probably play a part in the future. In the future event, they'll probably fight back eventually or something like that, and it could be just be a time of which catching them off guard or something like that. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that those three guys specifically just kind of fight back with a vengeance, especially the guy with the cowboy motif going on. I really wanted him to survive a little longer for sure. I wanted to see what he could have done. But because of that, I don't know. It did kind of make them look like a couple bumbling idiots a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Now, so, but of course, to counter all that, like I said, to counter all that, we pretty much do get introduced to the pretty much top officers of that are called the Element Four, who are like again Drac and Joe's special forces. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys can do, especially the one with the eye patch and I can assume giant ass rifle. He oddly enough looks like he'd be the most trouble, and again maybe it's because of the giant ass rifle. Um, and Mashima, you clever SOB. And Mashima, the clever SOB that he is, he's still even though even though he unloaded all this epicness onto us, he still managed to find a way in order to kind of tease us a little bit. Because with this chapter, the whole thing of the battle dresses is brought into the fold, specifically with the whole thing with the battle dresses is brought into the fold. Specifically in this case, we pretty much see like again like pretty much Witch wearing her battle dress and just again kicking ass. But with the but specifically one battle dress that was like brought up in the conversation was the one Homer would wear as the new Valkyrie. And yeah, again, if Homura's battle dress is anything like the one we is anything like the one we pretty much saw from Witch in this chapter, then yeah, I'm fairly convinced Homura's is going to be a fucking tank when she suits up, especially and especially like if the teases we did like that like back in Sunjul, like obviously like Valkyrie pretty much died before she could like pretty much join pretty much before she could join like the Eden Zero crew again. But if wearing the sundress is going to give Homura any fraction of what her master could do, of what we saw her master could do in the Sunjul arc, then yeah, it's when we do finally get like Homura in that battle dress, it's gonna be pretty effing insane. I'm gonna say that much right now. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty fucking insane. Yeah. I imagine like one thing particularly I'm having in my mind right now is that when we see Homer like pretty much wearing her battle dress, it's gonna be a little like what we see from like or like what we see from Urza's like from equip armor or something like that when she wears that like angelic armor and all those swords appear. I'm kind of imagining that Homer wearing her battle dress is going to be something like that, especially considering that there has been a little bit of with Homer, like you can definitely see the influence of a little bit of Kagura and a little bit of Urza in there, obviously. So yeah, I imagine Homer's like battle dress technique and style is going to be something like a combination of Kagura and Urza almost. Now, going back to Witch in this. Now going back to Witch in this in this chapter, we basically see like as I said, like Witch kind of went in, she was kicking ass and she did all that, but after defeating Joe's 3 goons, she looks like you basically see that panel of her looking down at the woman of Joe's crew, and that look in her eye. You could clearly tell she's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and the thing with her going like that, kind of like bloodthirsty almost. I do wonder if the suit if the suit has something to do with that, or if it's amplified her emotions in some way. Because when basically Ivory told Witch to suit up in the beginning of this chapter, she did look kind of hesitant at first, almost like she knew this would happen. So, yeah, I wonder if she's a. I hope she can take it. I hope everything's gonna be okay, and not gonna. I hope everything's gonna be okay, and she's not gonna go on a bit of a bloodthirsty attack rage or something like that. Hopefully not, but yeah, I'm a little nervous right now as to what I'm a little nervous now as to what Witch might do if ticked off or something like that. Final thing to mention with this chapter real quick is pacing, and this was brought up to me in previous chapters, but After this chapter, I don't know if we're gonna be in this particular arc all that long, because already I'm kind of getting the vibe of this being a jumping off point to when we may actually face Dragon Joe in a serious grudge match in the future. I don't know if that'll actually be the case, because they pretty much do. They basically do need to get out of the dock. But yeah, it does feel like Mashima might be getting one of those. Might be setting up one of those not one of those moments where it's not the right time in order to face Dragon Joe, and especially considering that like Dragon Joe, in previous chapters he's kind of made a big deal of basically following them into the Sakura Cosmos. So I imagine like once if they were able to face Dragon Joe in a serious match, in a serious like fight or something like that, I imagine it would be after that they've entered the Sakura Cosmos or something like that. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Crunchyroll. Dead Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.